Mr. Speaker, that the female genital mutilation is a gross violation of human rights with adverse social, psychological, and health impact on girls and women, Mr. Speaker, and concerned that the practice is still practiced in Kenya with the national prevalence rate being 21% and KIRINYAGA County prevalence rate standing at 16.5, Mr. Speaker, and acknowledging that every girl and woman has the right to be protected from this harmful practice, manifesting entrenched cultural and gender inequalities with devastating consequences, Mr. Speaker, on the female gender. That this assembly resolves that the county executive member for gender and youth puts measures for mitigating and putting to an end this archaic, barbaric, and backward practice of FGM in KIRINYAGA County, Mr. Speaker. Key being, 1, sensitizing the community on the risks and harsh realities of FGM, Mr. Speaker. 2, involving the elders, religious leaders, and community leaders in the fight against FGM. Number 3, Mr. Speaker, developing programs aimed in educating and creating awareness on the girl child on their rights over what happens on their bodies. And finally, Mr. Speaker, keep pushing for shaming, arresting, and prosecuting of the perpetrators of FGM, among other measures of mitigation, Mr. Speaker.
Female genital mutilation, Mr. Speaker, has been a silent menace in KIRINYAGA County. People have been thinking that it is not there, but a research that has been done and found that in India and also in Moya, it is still rampant, Mr. Speaker, and also it is silent in KIRINYAGA Central, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, female genital mutilation does not only remove the dignity of a woman, Mr. Speaker, or of a girl, Mr. Speaker, but also the pride of a woman, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we cannot dwell on myths and stereotypes, Mr. Speaker, whereby people have been saying that when a girl or when a woman undergoes female genital mutilation, Mr. Speaker, it is the time she has good behaviors and good morals and character, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, when you start talking about behaviors and characters, Mr. Speaker, it starts from the family. Morals are taught from the family. Morals are taught in the church. Morals are taught in schools, and morals are taught in society, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, we cannot come to claim that how a woman is made with the section of her body that one is removed, that is when I'm going to have good morals, Mr. Speaker.
Ni jambo la aibu hasa wakati kama huu, miaka kama hii, tukizungumzia jambo la kukeketa. Kwa wale ambao labda wajui kukeketa ni kufanya nini, ni hali ya kuharibu sehemu fulani kwa njia mbaya ambayo haina uadilifu. Hili jambo la kukeketa ni jambo ambalo limepitwa na wakati, ni utamaduni ambao umepitwa na wakati, na ni jambo la aibu. Ni jambo ambalo hata sisi wanaume tunafaa kulikataa katakata. Hili si jambo la kike, si la jinsia ya kike peke yake. Hata sisi wanaume, sisi jinsia ya wanaume linatukera, kwa sababu sisi, ikiwa kuna watu ambao wanajua manufaa ya sehemu hiyo, ni sisi. Kwa hivyo wakati tunasema ni jambo la aibu, pia tunasema kwa nguvu. Asante sana mheshimiwa kwa kuleta mjadala huu. Ni kweli ni jambo ambalo linafaa kuangaliwa kwa njia mwafaka. Tunafaa kuwa na mipango kabambe ambayo itahamasisha wasichana, itahamasisha jamii, kwa sababu jamii hasa ndio inaleta jambo hili, na jamii ndio inafaa kuhamasishwa. Na waambiwe kama na Hon Njeri aliposema, urekebishaji wa tabia utoki kwa sehemu ya mwili.
With their Women Caucus committee, they are supposed to come up with programs through the Ministry of Gender on capacity building and sensitization to the members of the public so that they know how best they can tackle this issue, because it is very disheartening that it is happening in our county, KIRINYAGA, where KIRINYAGA is known for good things. If it comes to education, it's number one. When it comes to agriculture, number one. Many things, number one. Even the recent survey, Mr. Speaker, that was conducted, KIRINYAGA was rated as the least people who are of the people that as men and women who are very, very, very disciplined when it comes to marital status. They don't have two wives, they only have one wife. It was a survey that was recently conducted, and we were number one together with Mandera. So what I would urge the women in this house is to rise up in the occasion and flush out these criminals, because I'll call them criminals, bandits, who are undertaking this barbaric act. They should come up with ways, just because I know when women of KIRINYAGA, they decide to act, even with our illegal rules, they flush out those people like nobody's business. So they are the people to lead us in front, so that this can be a clarion call. These people should be taken into jail, because that's where they belong. And with the women and also us as leaders, using our available networks, the administration, the police, and also the community. I know this is something we can wipe it out, that does not need much publicity, because if we are there and we hear there's a person, a woman or a man conducting this, women should be on the forefront fighting this, because it's quite a barbaric act.